Misty Marcum, the owner of Luna Moon SUP Yoga. Misty, thank you for being with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So how are you? How's your business doing?
Well, we got started last week with some classes. It actually started more with a private group first. So we might see more of that this year. Actually, it worked out really well last year. Just friends that, their own little circle of friends getting together, getting out on the water, enjoying nature, and doing yoga or paddling. So yeah, things got kicked off last week, and it's looking pretty good, because everyone can keep their distance.
So I looked at the name of your company, Luna Moon SUP Yoga, and I focused on SUP Yoga. I know what yoga is, but I don't understand the full element of that. Explain the difference between just regular yoga and SUP Yoga.
Okay, regular yoga, you're more likely in the studio or maybe a park more nowadays. But you have your own mat and you go through a flow. You have the teacher who's cueing your flow, and you have music. On the paddleboard, it takes on this similar format, but probably going at a little bit slower speed, especially if you're a newbie and you're trying to get your balance right on the board. But it's a giant 10-6 long board, and I use inflatable, so they're super soft on your feet and hands and knees, and they're pretty thick. They're really stable. So I've done some classes where I use them on ground, and I have these discs that mimic water, so they're lifted, and you get that unbalanced feeling. Think of it more as like a trainer, and then put them in the water. We can tie together as like one big floating studio.
It's nice because it's kind of got the element of an indoor practice of yoga, but also engages you in recreation and in nature as well, being outdoors. And outdoor recreation has been absolutely huge during all of this, as people have either been stuck indoors or unable to go to indoor fitness facilities wherever they choose to go. And it's really nice to know that there are things like this available in the community. Is there any added benefit for doing yoga on a SUP board as opposed to on the surface of the ground?
Yes, for sure. Even paddling in general, you're using so many more muscles, a lot more core, a lot of muscles in your feet that you don't normally use and might even take for granted just being on land every day, all day. And so using your core, all your abdominal muscles in yoga on the paddleboard, now you're introducing a little bit more strength and stability. So you take your practice off of land, take all of the elements that you might already do if you're a seasoned practitioner, and then you come out onto the lake and you just introduce a little bit more into it, a little bit more of a challenge. And it's fun here in the sun. You fall in, you just get in the water and jump back on your board and cool off.
Misty, talk a little bit about the new safety precautions that you've had to take during COVID-19.
Yeah, so basically, a lot more social distancing. I'm using smaller classes, just to keep that safety in mind, and definitely cleaning the equipment, sanitize, make sure everything is, especially because we use life jackets on board. If anyone wants to wear one, there's that option as well, but all of that equipment still gets cleaned. In the past, we've always cleaned the boards, but we're definitely now doing more with the paddles as well as the life jackets.
How often do people actually end up in the water? Because I saw one of these classes once. I can barely paddleboard. I can't imagine trying to do yoga on top of the board. Definitely a lot of, you're going for a swim, right?
Well, it's funny you mention it like that, because usually the one that asks me the most who falls in or when is the first one to go in. But all joking aside, most might even find themselves wanting to get in the water because they're just working up such a sweat. And once they get in and they realize that wasn't so bad, they get on and they're like, well, I'm cooled off now. I'm good to go. I want to do more now. So, and really, from past students coming out, they will say at first, of course, they're nervous, and once they paddle, because we get the chance to paddle a little bit before we start doing yoga, just to get acclimated. Because these classes are all for all level beginners, and I don't have anybody that's seasoned or advanced. But once they get through the yoga class and then they want to paddle a little bit more, they realize that pressure's off, and they already had an experience. And once you keep doing it, you keep coming back throughout the summer. You just keep building on those foundational layers, and you get your experience. And before you know it, you're doing a headstand.
So to learn a lot of these different poses and these different moves that you are doing in a regular yoga class, to maintain proper form, to maintain to make sure that you're not only learning the pose correctly, but you're not going to develop any sort of risk for injury, it requires a little more close proximity and maybe even some hands-on work between the instructor and the client. It's definitely, I would presume, different with yoga being done on a paddleboard. But in this case, how are you keeping precautions to protect yourself from your clients and your clients from yourself in terms of distancing when you are helping them learn and helping them improve their form in this case?
Yeah, it's a lot more voice, especially when I'm trying to get their paddle set up. I have my own paddle where I can demonstrate, and it's a lot more voice cueing. Something I've been trained in anyway from my background, but definitely just a lot more voice, samples or analogies, those type of things.
Misty Marcum with us, the owner of Luna Moon SUP Yoga, with us on the Oakland County MegaCast. Misty, where can people find more information about your services?
Definitely on social media, Luna Moon SUP. That's for stand-up paddleboarding. On Instagram and Facebook, and you can go to my website. It's mistymarcum.com. You can make a membership profile there to see pictures of the pod and just the lake and all the classes from the past. And you'll be able to see the schedule and sign up for classes. I have some deals on there right now, welcome back package, because we were in the pool over the winter time, but we had a little bit of a break, of course, but tons of pictures to be able to check out and get a feeling for it. And of course, you can always reach out to me. You want to book a private group, or maybe for your family, you want to get the kids out. That would be an awesome time to take the lake as an opportunity, a chance for a little family outing.
Well, Misty, thank you very much for being with us on the show today. We appreciate having you on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is great.
Misty Marcum with us, the owner of Luna Moon SUP Yoga, with us on the Oakland County MegaCast.